Hi guys, let's get more news about Warriors. But first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Warriorstrade fans, buckle up because we've just received a shocking update straight from the heart of the Bay. Stephen Curry has finally spoken out, and what he just revealed about what's next for the Warriors is sending shockwaves through the entire NBA. This isn't just another interview or casual comment. This feels like a message, one that hints at where this franchise is heading and what might be the final chapter of the dynasty that defined the past decade. And trust me, what Curry said has everyone talking. The two-time MVP and four-time NBA champion, who's been the face of the Warriors for over a decade, finally broke his silence after weeks of speculation surrounding the team's future, especially with all the drama involving Jonathan Kuminga, Draymond Green, Klay Thompson's departure, and the front office's uncertain direction. And when Curry speaks, you know it means something serious. According to insiders close to the Warriors, Curry recently sat down for a candid interview where he didn't hold back. When asked about what's next for Golden State, Curry paused for a moment and said, "It's time for us to refocus. We've been through everything together, wins, losses, championships, heartbreaks, but I'm not done yet. Their Warriors aren't done yet." That one line, "I'm not done yet," has completely reignited hope in the Bay Area. Because, let's face it, after the kind of season the Warriors just had, many wondered if Curry might finally be ready to ride into the sunset, especially with so many moving pieces around him. But no, Steph's fire is still burning, and that competitive drive is as strong as ever. Sources around the organization say Curry has been heavily involved in off-season discussions with general manager Mike Dunleavy Jr. and head coach Steve Kerr, pushing for clarity on the direction the team is taking. He reportedly made it clear that he wants to win now, not 2 or 3 years from now, not when the young guys develop, but right now. With that in mind, Golden State's front office is facing enormous pressure. They can't afford to waste another year of Curry's prime. He may be 37, but the man is still putting up numbers most players half his age can't dream of. Last season, he averaged over 26 points per game, hitting impossible threes, carrying the offense, and reminding everyone why he's still one of the most dangerous players in the league. But Curry knows that even with all his greatness, he can't do it alone. Behind closed doors, Steve has reportedly been vocal about what he wants from the roster. He wants toughness, experience, and players who can rise to the occasion in big moments. He's tired of inconsistency, tired of wasted opportunities, and most of all, tired of watching the team fall short because of a lack of chemistry and focus. After losing key veterans like Klay Thompson, Andre Iguodala, and now possibly Jonathan Kuminga, their Warriors have entered a new era, and Curry knows it. In his recent comments, he hinted that the team's identity might be shifting. "We built something special here," he said. "But every generation has to find its own version of greatness." That statement has fans wondering, does Curry believe this current Warriors team has what it takes to keep that greatness alive, or is he signaling that it's time for a major shake-up? Reports indicate that Curry has been playing a more direct role in influencing personnel decisions this summer. He's reportedly reached out to potential free agents, spoken with veterans who might be available via trade, and expressed strong opinions about the type of players who could help Golden State get back to contender status. One name that keeps coming up in conversations is Al Horford, a veteran big man known for his leadership, defense, and basketball IQ. Curry is said to be intrigued by the idea of Horford joining the team. Not just because of what he brings on the floor, but because of the maturity and steadiness he could add to the locker room. But Curry's comments also carried a deeper message, one that's hard to ignore. When he said, "We've got to be realistic about who we are and what it's going to take to win," it sounded like a challenge. A challenge to the front office, to his teammates, and maybe even to himself. The Warriors are no longer the unstoppable juggernaut they once were. The league has caught up. Young teams like Oklahoma City, Minnesota, and Sacramento are hungry, and the Western Conference is more stacked than ever. For Curry, it's now or never. Every decision from here on out matters. What's interesting is that Curry has also reportedly taken some of the younger players under his wing this off-season. He spent time working out with Brandon Podziemski and Trace Jackson Davis, emphasizing fundamentals and mental toughness. Insiders say Curry believes those two could be vital to the Warriors' future, but he also knows they'll need to grow fast if the team wants to compete for a title this year. As one source put it, Steve's in legacy mode. Steve Kerr has echoed similar sentiments recently, telling reporters that he's fully aligned with Curry's vision. Kay said, "Steve sets the tone for everything we do. When he's locked in, everyone else falls in line. Our job as a staff is to give him a roster that can match his competitiveness. But that's easier said than done. Their Warriors' salary cap situation is one of the toughest in the league. They're still dealing with the luxury tax penalties from past seasons, and making moves without triggering the hard cap is tricky. That's why every trade rumor, every negotiation with players like Jonathan Kuminga or Moses Moody carries so much weight." And speaking of Kuminga, sources say Curry has been quietly supportive of the young forward throughout all the recent drama. He sees Kuminga's potential and believes that with the right mindset, he could be the next breakout star for Golden State, but at the same time, Curry understands the business side of the game. If trading Kuminga brings in the kind of veteran help the team needs right now, he's open to that, too. For Curry, it all comes back to one goal: winning. During his recent talk with local media, Curry was asked how much longer he plans to play. His response gave fans goosebumps. He smiled and said, "As long as I can still chase another ring, I'm going to keep going." That's the kind of statement that reminds you why he's the heartbeat of this franchise. Even after 4 championships, 2 MVPs, and countless records, he's still hungry. He's still dreaming about that next parade down Market Street. Curry's words have already started to ripple through the organization. Players are reportedly showing up to voluntary workouts earlier. Energy around the team facility has picked up, and there's a renewed sense of urgency. You can feel it. Their Warriors might be changing, but the fire that built their dynasty is still there. Steve Curry is determined to make sure it doesn't fade quietly. And for the fans, that's exactly what they needed to hear. After months of uncertainty, rumors, and doubts, the leader of the franchise just stood up and said, "We're not done." That's more than just a quote. It's a declaration. It's a reminder that as long as Curry is wearing that number 30 jersey, their Warriors will never be counted out. But make no mistake, this upcoming season could define everything. If the Warriors bounce back and make another deep playoff run, it'll go down as one of the greatest comeback stories in NBA history. If they falter, though, it could signal the beginning of the end of an era. And Curry knows it. That's why his words carry so much weight right now. They're not just about hope, they're about action. So, as training camp looms and the season inches closer, all eyes are on Curry and their Warriors. Will the front office make another big move? Will Kuminga stay or go? Will this team rediscover that championship magic? One thing's for sure, Steve Curry just reminded everyone that the story of the Golden State Warriors is far from over. The dynasty may have evolved, but the heart, the soul, and the drive to win, they're still burning bright in the Bay. So, Warriors fans, get ready, because if Curry's words are any indication, something special is coming. The captain has spoken, the mission is clear, and the next chapter of Golden State basketball is about to begin. Stay locked in, because this is just the beginning.